Hello movie lovers, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to explain the drama war movie titled Soldier Boy. Based on a true story, these are the exciting events that occurred in the life of the smallest soldier, a hero of the Great Patriotic War, 6-year-old Sergei Aleshkov. Sergei loses all of his relatives and is adopted by soldiers of the Red Army. The soldiers play games with Sergei in order to preserve his childhood, and he, in order to comply with this honorary title, becomes a true defender of the motherland. In the first scene of the movie, we see a little child named Sergei sitting on a tree watching something, and on the other hand we see Sergei's elder brother Peter, who is fishing, and their mother sitting next to him washing clothes. Seeing a plane there, their mother and elder brother tried to escape, but Sergei did not escape and he destroyed the plane with his handgun. But it was actually entirely Sergei's dream. That's when someone knocks on the door of his room, and he wakes up and opens the door. He sees an ant come there next to their house, and hugs her, saying, "Thank God very much that you are still alive." Then Sergei asked Auntie, "Where is my mother and brother?" Then Auntie says that the enemy has killed everyone in this village, including your mother and brother, but I am glad to see you alive. German soldiers come there, and here we see German soldiers destroying the whole village. Then Sergei throws his aunt out of the back window, and says, "Run from here to the forest." Then it is seen that his aunt has been shot dead by German soldiers. Everyone in the whole village is running around. Sergei, on the other hand, gets tired of running in the forest and sleeps there. The next morning, Sergei wakes up and tries to drink water by a river. Then some German soldiers come there. Seeing them, Sergei somehow hides behind a tree, because if these German soldiers see him, they will kill him like the whole villager. The German soldiers were sitting there, eating and relaxing. On the other hand, a snake came to the tree under which Sergei was sheltering. He was very scared to see it, but he sat quietly without saying a word. He understood that if he made a sound, he would surely die. After a while the German soldiers left. Sergei came out from under the tree, picked up a can of food left behind by the German soldiers, and went into the forest. Sergei had not eaten anything for the last 2 days, so he started eating the leaves of the tree in the forest hungry. It really brought tears to my eyes after seeing this scene.
After that, Sergei got up and started walking forward. Just then the German soldiers attacked the air route with fighter planes. A bomb exploded near him and he fell some distance. Then he got up and started running again, and after some distance he was so tired that he fell asleep, and in his dream he saw his mother and his elder brother Peter. Meanwhile it starts raining and Sergei wakes up. He is so tired she falls asleep again. Then some soldiers come there, and take her away.
In the next scene we are shown the Russian army camp. Among those who were discussing their battle position, a soldier brought Sergei to the camp. Then Sergei woke up and was a little scared to see them, thinking that they might be German soldiers. Here the Russian soldiers escorted him, then asked Sergei's name. He said his name. Then the Russian commander shook hands with him. When the commander then asked about his family, he told them that his aunt had said that his mother and elder brother had died in an enemy attack. After saying this he cries, and all the soldiers there comfort Sergei, and hug him. He was then given food, and since he was injured by the bomb, he was taken to the hospital for treatment. Everyone there loves him very much. One day when the commander came to visit all the wounded, he sat next to Sergei and asked him how his body was now. Then Sergei surprised him by asking a question that he wanted to see a gun. Then the commander showed him a gun. When he was leaving the camp, a nurse Katya came and told him that he wanted to keep Sergei in this camp, while the commander wanted to give Sergei to an orphanage, because he thinks that German soldiers can attack this temporary health camp at any time. Everyone here loves Sergei so much that no one wants her to go to the orphanage, from the nurse there, to the Russian soldiers interceding for her. But the commander is completely adamant about his words. After some time, the German soldiers suddenly attacked there. They were forced to retreat due to the bravery of the Russian commander. Then the day comes when Sergei will be sent to the orphanage. There the commander and Sergei talk for a long time. But here the commander's eyes are boring. He also wants Sergei to stay in this camp. Then the Russian commander presents him with a wooden gun. Sergei receives it and makes the commander cry. The commander becomes very emotional, and says to Sergei, "Will you be my son?" Sergei says yes. Then the commander tears the letter from the orphanage, and hugs Serozia, and when everyone in the camp comes to know that Serozia is not given to the orphanage, and he will stay in the camp from now on, everyone there gets very happy. Everyone in the camp then made a small army outfit for him. Then he shows that dress to everyone, and everyone salutes him. In the meantime, German soldiers attacked there. As a result of their attack, many soldiers were killed and many soldiers were injured. When Serozia asked to help them, they said you should go to the camp. In the next scene we see Serozia on sleeping Katya's lap, when the commander comes, but before he can say anything Serozia goes up there, and here we understand that the commander maybe loves Katya. In the next scene we can see the Russian soldiers planning against the German soldiers. Just then Serozia enters the camp, and salutes the commander and says, "Sir, do I have any work?" He acts like he is an adult army. Everyone laughs at his actions, and the commander tells him, "Your job is to deliver all the letters that come from the soldiers' homes to them." One day Serozia saw some German soldiers through a binocular she had. She came and reported it to their camp. Based on her information they captured the German soldiers there. After that he was awarded for his bravery. Besides the commander applied to adopt him, that too got permission. From now on the commander is Serozia's official father. Serozia then takes the commander and then goes to Katya, but there Katya talks to another soldier, which makes the commander sad, and thinks that Katya might be in love with someone else. The next scene shows the German soldiers attacking the Russians again. Serozia was sitting next to the commander. Their communication was cut off due to the war, but here the commander is heard saying that he needs to send some information to another camp. The commander sends someone here to re-establish that communication, but he is injured there. Behind him it was Serozia who later fixed this problem, proving what a brave kid he really is. One day Serozia goes and tells Katya that commander is injured. Katya gets worried after hearing this. Here we can understand that Katya also loves commander. Then Katya goes to the camp and sees that commander is fine. In fact, Serozia wants to make this plan to match the two. Commander then says to Katya, "Will you be Serozia's mother?" Katya says yes here. Finally the commander tells his mind to Katya. In the next scene, they are ordered to go to another camp to fight. While they were on their way they were attacked by German soldiers, where many soldiers were injured. They somehow managed to avoid the German attack and reached the new camp. While the commander was discussing the battle situation with his senior, Duke Serozia saluted the commander and his senior officer in the room. Gives, and says, "I have a mission today." Then the commander says, "Line up the soldiers and write down what they need." Then Serozia does so. He wrote down what was needed and submitted it to the commander, and seeing such dedication to work, the senior was happy with him and promoted him to soldier. After receiving the news, everyone in the camp was happy. That night the Germans attacked the camp, in which the commander was seriously injured. How deep is the horror of war is very well portrayed in this movie. In the next scene, the commander is lying in the hospital bed, and Serozia cries a lot seeing his condition. Then the commander tells him that brave men never cry. At the end I see the commander, Katya and Serozia walks together. This movie ends here. So how was it? Thank you very much for watching this video.